Hello guys and welcome back to Indian Esports in a week, and let's just get into the news right now. So first news we have here is PMPL not allowing Indian teams to take part into the PubG Mobile League South Asian tournament. So basically, as you know, Indian government has banned PubG Mobile in India. That's due to the factor that Indian teams which are currently trying to work hard and practice for the tournament, which are like leagues, like regional and international leagues, are unable to take part into those leagues because it is still kind of in a illegal sort of a way to even have access to the game according to our government. So that's one reason why PubG Mobile is not allowing Indian teams to take part into the tournament and league tournament, and due to which many of the teams, such as like even last 2020's PubG World League runner-up Orange Rock and TSM Entirety, who was 6th place, and Nova Golak, who was 9th, and Team India, who was 7th or 8th, I would say. But yeah, these all teams that were unable to take part in the South Asian tournament, and this is like kind of like a very bad situation for all the teams, because they've been practicing for like so many times for the getting their part into this tournaments, and now this thing is gonna happen to them. So yeah, it's kind of a really bad situation in which these teams are stuck into, and most of the orgs which are like most of the Indian orgs which have been practicing and stuff like that, they have literally they have literally taken their place out, and they're literally disbanded. So that's also a really bad thing which is happening all around the world. But TSM Entirety, Orange Rock, and all these teams which have been like top, which has been making India's name into the into the esports scene, into the PubG mobile market, has been on the top fence so many times, and now this thing is happening to them. So this is a really bad situation, and possibly really against this thing, because they literally been one of the only esports where India's been excelling, at least at current time. So yeah, this whole situation just came into the hand recently, and hopefully things will be sorted out as soon as possible. But on the brighter side, we still have one more news in which PubG Mobile League is possibly going to be bought by Reliance Jio. Jio has shown heavy interest in buying PubG Mobile and like bringing it back to India. But still, as I talked about in like 2 episodes early, like first episode, I talked about it that this is still a really iffy situation, because on the other hand, government is like fiberglassing the whole situation and trying to say the whole statements against PubG Mobile, saying that we are not at all looking forward to bringing the game back. I don't know if the whole situation is like okay, or if the whole situation is really bad, but whatever the fuck is going on in this whole environment around the whole system should have been possibly dealt with earlier than how the way it has been dealt with right now. But yeah, the ban is a ban, and I possibly don't think any government is much interested in bringing it back. But still, there's still the one hope. So hopefully, then Jio can make the impact and bring the game back, because there are literally millions and millions of players waiting to bring the game back, and our esports scene literally depends on it. The survivability of our esports scene basically depends on it. There's still going to be that impact, and there's still going to be like a void left behind by the game. And like we can always see that in so many esports. Like just take example Counter-Strike. Counter-Strike has been in the working since forever, like from early 2006, CS 1.6, then CS Source and CS:GO. Like they've been just creatively slowly updating the game and stuff like that, but it's still there. It's still always there, and it's still forever will be, because that game has imprinted the mind of people into the certain likability and sustainability that game survives even after like whole Valve doesn't even do anything with the game pretty much. Like Valve pretty much given up on the esports scene of the Counter-Strike in the hands of the international TOs and stuff like that, but still the game survives because of how much the game is important to the players, how much is important to fans, and that's how the game survives. And I genuinely don't think any of the esports right now in the Indian market can take over PubG Mobile's cap, which it has been possibly left behind. So yeah, that's my whole point on that. Let's move on to the next topic. Then if we continue about the mobile esports market, then we have Garena Free Fire banning almost 3 million accounts in the last 2 weeks. So basically the reason for banning these accounts is possibly due to the hacking allegations and all the toxic behavior in the game. So yeah, that is really respectful, and I think many esports and many mobile games have done that in the past, but it's a really good thing that at least they're taking the reports into account. And these all the reports and all the bans have been published by the company from the other reports the players have submitted in the past. So that's a really good thing how they're taking care of the whole situation. Then if you look at what the fuck is happening in the Indian esports scene, then we have TEC, the Esports Club. The Esports Club is the organization which is started recently by, like, I wouldn't say recently, it's been around like almost a year or a year and a half, something like that. So yeah, this organization is currently going heavy into the Indian esports scene. They have successfully planned league with Valorant, league with Counter Strike, and the league with Valorant is currently even going on right now. And also they have planning to start a league with Rainbow Six Siege, along with the sponsorships from Ubisoft. So that's a really big thing. And also the league with the Ubisoft, with the Rainbow Six Siege league, they're allowing the international teams from Bangladesh and Sri Lanka also to take part into the whole scene. And that's a really good thing, because these teams, these players, these teams, and these like international teams have never possibly gotten the chance to like at least be at that skill level or that level. And the esports club has been successfully doing this for so many months recently, and possibly this could lead to really big things if this whole ecosystem can survive. So for Valorant and CS:GO, they have planned the prize pool of 1.5 lakh each, but for the Rainbow Six Siege, as they have a partner in Ubisoft sponsorship, the prize pool is like around 10 lakhs. The leagues possibly would be starting from around October and the end of October, and possibly would be culminated around in February. So that's a really big thing, that the whole step forward from the old past esports scene we have, because we literally only had the premierships, the ESL premierships from Dota and CSGO. So we basically just have these all year, and now we finally have some competitor, or at least somebody who can stand beside or stand 1-to-1 against the Nordwin and the giant Nordwin ecosystem what we had all year. So it's gonna be really good to see how the viewership and the comparison like play out in the whole situation. But it's still, I would still say that the viewership is pretty much none, to be honest, in the Indian esports scene right now, because mainly like for the games which we talked about, we talked about Valorant, Counter Strike, and the PubG Mobile. So the viewership for these has been really low for the recent while, and especially how the Counter Strike talent has been deflected to Valorant because of the high price pool and stuff like that. This thing kind of like implicates some question mark onto the whole CS:GO scene, if it's even able to survive the whole whatever the fuck is happening recently. Also, there's so many teams which have been literally disbanded with Counter Strike in the past, so I generally don't see whatever the fuck can happen here. But possibly I will still try to be like as positive as I can, and let's see how the esports scenes and TEC, the esports club, manages the whole situation. Possibly best wishes to them, and hopefully they're gonna be able to deal with the whole situation in the best way possible and bring back the Indian esports to the scene, because I really would like to see that. Especially like if you remember, we talked about in the last episode. If you remember, we talked in the last episode in which the Rainbow Six Siege has started the World League, and Indian teams and Bangladeshi teams and Sri Lanka teams are getting a spot into the main championships if they qualify for the qualifiers and stuff like that. But yeah, so this whole league, TEC's league, will also be really impactful for that, like cultivating the challenge and building up the organizations, and hopefully trying to make an Indian team which can comparatively at least counter the SEA region. Least I hope for that. Maybe can I hope for that? Please let me hope for that. Then we have another news. We have Nordwin Gaming making a Fall Guys event. So Nordwin Gaming, as you probably know, the #1 esports organization, tournament producers, whatever. They are literally the biggest name in the esports industry currently in India, at least to say, except the teams and stuff. So yeah, Nordwin has on 23 September, I guess that's a correct date. So yeah, they started the tournament. They started a talent event in which they hosted 23 plus streamers and YouTubers, popular YouTubers who has in the Indian scene for the Fall Guys tournament, and it was pretty good. At least I would say. I didn't watch it because whatever, but yeah, this is possibly a really good thing how they're still trying to manage to continuously produce tournaments, produce environment, produce ecosystem, engaging content during the quarantine. So that's a really good thing. Then as the last thing we have here, we have WWE 2K. Okay, nobody expected that. Fighting games in India, that's a big thing. So yeah, WWE 2K, the Ronnie is a pro player from India who has qualified for the WWE 2K Battlegrounds tournament. This this month, I guess, this or next month. The tournament possibly will be happening there, and Jai the King Lawyer and Samajo will be casting the whole tournament. So it's kind of a big deal to see how this thing world out, like how this thing can improvise and see the whole thing. And I kind of didn't expect any sport news coming from the whole situation. Like last week, I said they possibly would be any esports news, but this week literally blew me out of the water, especially for the TEC. I'm really interested in them, and hopefully I'm trying to contact them if I can get my hand in there somehow or some way. All the positive wishes to them. For JC, good luck, best wishes. And for the Ronnie, dude, I really hope you do something, because for in esports it's currently in like a slacker, and I was really excited to see at least somebody, like somebody new, getting their hands into a new esports, which is really PUBG, which is really WWE2K. So I'll be really interested to see how this thing rolls out. So I hope you enjoyed this video, hope you liked this video, and see you guys in the next one. Thank you, bye.